I'm a big proponent of the Second Amendment, right? I believe that every human being has the right to defend themselves. Every human being should be able to defend themselves by any means necessary. I'm also like this, man. Like in the way I look at the Second Amendment, I should have the same, I should have the same right as the state. All these people are talking about taking away guns. They're not talking about taking away the cops' guns, but these are the same people that are talking about defund the police and the police are racist and all this stuff. So, but listen to what I'm going to say. I'm going to show you this again, especially this part of this right here, right? This video. Look, he comes in. They come in. You can't, nobody's. Look, I think guy right here. I think old boy right there. He kind of knew the guy that gets robbed. He kind of knew. He kind of sensed something, right? That's how I see it. It's like he kind of sensed like something ain't right here. But listen, it's because he looks. He looks, but then he pulled the gun out. Now here's the thing. They're this close up on you, right? They're this close up on you. He doesn't. If guy in the beanie that's sitting down, right? If he's carrying a firearm like he should, like a constitutional carry, right? You think it would be wise for him to pull it out right now? You think he got enough time to get that gun out to defend him and his girl? You think that's gonna happen? You think that he's gonna be able to? I mean, honestly, you think right now he's got a gun in his waist that he can pull that out right now and everything's gonna and you're gonna be able to avoid this situation? No. The suspect already has his gun pulled out. You're through. You go reach for your weapon, you might end up like PNB Rock. I'm just being honest. You go and reach for your weapon, it's all bad. You're gonna sit there and give up your jewelry. That's what you're gonna do, and that's what he ended up doing. Why is that important? We already know they have an agenda to take away your guns, right? We know that, right? They don't necessarily, and I say this, they do this in so many different ways. They have so many different ways of doing this, but they don't necessarily have to just get rid of the Second Amendment. They do it in other ways. This is one of the ways they're doing it. One of the ways that they're doing it is by making it to where it's null and void. So what if you have a gun? So what if you're doing your constitutional duty and you're carrying? You have become so desensitized to these masks that gun is null and void. Doesn't matter. Because I'm going to tell you what's going to happen. I'm going to tell you what's going to happen. These constitutional carry people, right? These people that are advocates for the Second Amendment, which I am one of them, right? What's going to happen is the guy's going to walk in just like those two gentlemen did. They walked in, hoodies on, masks on, and then somebody is going to jump the gun, pull the gun out on them, shoot, and they're going to go to jail, and they're going to say, see, this is why guns are bad. Even the good gun-carrying person, right? The good, hard-working American, blue-blooded patriot that carries his firearm for self-protection, constitutional carry, even them, that's why they're not responsible. Look at they just killed little Timmy, and he was a good guy, even though he was out there trying to rob people and do all this stupid stuff. You see it, we know what's going on, right? Or let's just be real. I said, man, we're gonna tell the truth because this is about like, you being able to protect yourself and protect your family. Here's the thing: what's going to happen is you're going to draw down on them. You're gonna say, oh, these guys are doing something, and they're gonna say, oh, you're accusing me of something. You're profiling me. We know that's gonna happen. I'm not doing anything. I'm wearing a mask just like everybody else. Why are you singling me out? If you go back and look at this tape, Look at the people over there. Look at the people at the next table. They got masks on. Even the people that get robbed, they're wearing their mask under their chin, whatever, because that's how you're supposed to wear it. That keeps you safe from COVID. They got masks on. So you can't point out at these two people and say, hey, what did they do to something suspicious? You can't do that, because if you do that, they're going to say, well, how come you ain't pointing everybody else out? You know it's coming. You know that's what's going to happen. They have made these mask policies, and regardless of whether the mandate is still here, we have become desensitized to it. And your awareness has been lowered. It's not been heightened. So we can go around the country and we can educate people on firearm safety and awareness and situational awareness and all this stuff. And there's a lot of people that do good stuff on that. You know, Kevin Dixie of No Other Choice. I love the work that he does. Maj Toure, Black Guns Matter. I love the work that they do. They go around and educate people on firearm safety and situational awareness and all that stuff. That's great. But what are you going to do when you let the guy walk up on you and he's already has his gun out? You can't do anything. This is what I'm trying to say, is they're doing this on purpose. They've created this environment on purpose, along with these activist DAs and you know, and when I say Soros backed, I mean George Soros, the globalist. There's a globalist agenda. They are trying to create chaos. This is what they're trying to do. They're trying to create chaos. And when they create chaos, even and not the staunch 2A people, but the regular everyday person who doesn't really follow politics, but maybe they carry a gun, they're going to say, what's the point? And guess what the politician is going to do? You already know. This is why we need to get rid of guns. This is why we need to crack down on all firearms. People have to have the right to protect themselves from COVID, right? So they should be able to wear a mask. So nobody's even talking about that. That's the thing. Nobody's even saying that. You can go to these other, like, everybody's just talking about the constitutionality of wearing a mask and being forced to wear a mask, or the illogic of wearing a mask, but nobody's talking about how that affects crime. Nobody's talking about that. Go to anybody else's channel. They're not talking about that because they don't know, because they've never been one. Like, I'm telling you, as soon as I seen it, I said, man, look, man, where was COVID in 2002? 2003, where was COVID? I never would have went to prison. For what? You could tell who I was. I'm telling you this from experience. I'm just telling you this how it is. But they're trying to create this chaos, because when they create this chaos, that they're trying to get those moderate people, those people that don't really, that they say, well, you know, I want to be able to protect myself and my family. But then they're going to say, well, what's the point? I mean, you know, the guy walked right up on us. We saw just 2 videos right there. We're seeing people walk through the malls doing all type of crazy stuff, right? And I'm not going to be able to stop that. How would I be able to stop that? We just need, and they're going to convince them that you should give up your firearms, period. That nobody should have them, that somehow that's going to make a difference. It's not. But this is part of the agenda. This is why they have these mandates in. This is why they introduce, not even, I'm saying that because there is no more mask mandates in most places, right? It doesn't matter though. You've already succumbed to it. You already allowed it to happen. I say this, I don't run a brick and mortar business, right? I don't have a brick and mortar business people can walk in. But if I did, my number one thing I would say, no mask. Period. No mask. No, you can't come in here, because that's how we did it pre-COVID. Go into any bank pre-COVID with a mask on, see what happened. They would have told you to get lost. Security would have stopped you and be like, what are you doing? Are you serious? You're going to walk in this bank with a mask on? You got to be crazy. What, are you trying to rob it? What are you going to tell them? Oh, I'm not trying to get the flu. You're not trying to get the flu, then stay home. That would have been everybody's excuse. Now, you can walk right in there with a mask on. It's insane. It's insane, and nobody talks about it, man. They're turning into the wild, wild west, and it's all from policy.